If you're building a cabinet or bookcase with fixed shelves, it's hard to beat dado joints for strength and ease of assembly. Trouble is, cutting a tight-fitting dado isn't as simple as it might seem. A classic example is when you're working with 3/4 inch plywood, which isn't actually 3/4 of an inch thick. It's usually a bit thinner, but the actual thickness can vary. That means you'll need to make multiple passes with a smaller bit and mess with multiple setups. If you're off by even a little, you'll end up with a loose joint that can wreck the appearance and compromise the structural integrity of your project. Rockler has a solution to those challenges, the Perfect Fit Dado Jig. It works with your router and the popular all-in-one clamp guides to allow you to cut a precise dado of any size from 1/2 to 1 inch with a 1/2 inch bit, 1 setup, and 2 passes of your router. Just follow the included instructions to position the clamp guide on your workpiece and set the jig for the dado width you need. You're ready to cut your dado. Fit the fixed side of the jig in the channel of the clamp guide and make your first pass. The lip and channel design ensures that the router won't wander, guaranteeing a perfect cut. For your second pass, rotate the router and jig and make the cut to widen the dado. The result is a dado sized precisely to fit your stock. And with that single setup, you're ready to cut a whole bookcase worth of matching dados. The durable base has been pre-drilled with a 3-hole pattern to fit many common routers and can be drilled to fit others. And it works with any length of all-in-one clamp guide. So, for dead-on dados with quick, easy setup, check out the Perfect Fit Dado Jig. Just go to Rockler.com or your local Rockler retailer. Rockler Woodworking and Hardware. We help you create with confidence.
Woodpecker's new coping sled is simply the best tool for woodworkers to use when making rail-and-style doors, tenons, lap joints, and most other end grain cuts. So how does the Woodpecker coping sled ensure that your stock is perfectly square to your router fence, holds down your stock securely, provides quick and easy setup and repeatability and safe operation? Your coping sled starts with a large 11.5 inch by 11.5 inch by 3/8 of an inch thick phenolic base, which will accommodate stock up to 5.5 inches wide and 1.5 inches thick. Then add a 16-inch aluminum fence positioned perfectly square to the edge of the sled base. Now add the phenolic top plate, sliding it towards your stock to lock it against the fence, forcing the stock to stay square throughout the cutting operation. Now let's add the dual track top tracks and clamping beam. This design gives you positioning flexibility and extreme hold down force, and allows positioning of 2 massive hold down clamps anywhere along the width of the stock, making it easy to position the clamps dead center over your stock. Finally, the fence guide. Place your sled 3/4 of an inch from the fence, then slide the fence guide against it. That's it. The clear fence guide provides visibility and allows the sled to track along the fence rather than the miter slot. And since Woodpecker's coping sled has no disposable parts to replace, like other sleds do, the only thing you'll have to provide is whatever scrap you have laying around the shop. He uses a backboard to prevent tear-out. And with the new optional extended fence guide, cutting tenons and lap joints with a perfect finish is now a breeze. Whether it's rail and style doors, tenons, lap joints, or other end grain cuts, the Woodpecker's coping sled makes your job easier, and that's the bottom line. Like all Woodpecker brand woodworking tools, the coping sled is manufactured in our plant right here in the USA.
Now the Craig Deck Jig System puts a brand new angle on an old approach to building decks. Utilizing tools and basic skills that you already have, this concealed fastener system allows you to build a beautiful, long-lasting deck you have always wanted. Combining the strength and durability of face screwing with proven pocket hole technology to hide the fasteners, this system is the perfect 1-2 punch for a deck that is simple to build, gorgeous, and safe. The core of the Craig Deck Jig System is its solid metal drill guides. which allow you to drill holes and drive screws at the precise angle and perfect depth time after time. The angle of the guides not only hide the screws on the edge of the board, but are optimal for maximum holding power, while the screw depth is precisely controlled, which eliminates overdriving and blowing out the board, or underdriving, leaving exposed fasteners and loose boards. This process is made fast and worry-free by the included depth collars on both the driver bit and drill bit that are set using the gauges molded right on the jig. Once set, just drill the hole, load the screw, and drive it home. The Craig deck jig is equipped with 3 drill guides, a center guide, and 2 angle guides. Using the center guide in the center of the joist allows for the most holding power, while the angle guides provide you flexibility by going where the center guide cannot, such as spliced or obstructed ends. The fasteners themselves are specifically designed for use with the Craig deck jig, featuring a deep KTX square drive that gives you solid driver engagement, which means no cam-outs, self-tapping tip for fast, easy driving, and they are built from case-hardened steel to eliminate bending or breaking. These screws can also be used as face screws for a variety of outdoor projects. Available in ProTech coat and stainless steel finishes. Choose which one is right for your application. The Craig deck jig system does not stop there. The kit comes with sample screws, an instructional DVD, and spacer rings. These 1/4 inch and 5/16 inch spacer rings allow you to maintain consistent spacing on your deck boards, which not only gives your deck a better overall appearance, but more importantly, allows for proper air movement, which reduces moisture buildup, making for a longer lasting deck. The system is light, built for rugged use, and comes with a lifetime guarantee. Rubber feet on the bottom of the jig prevents slipping while drilling and driving, and the oversized handle provides a comfort grip, keeping your hands away from the action. The Craig deck jig system works with a variety of easy-to-buy materials you are already familiar with. Composites and exotic hardwoods between 3/4 inch and 5/4 inch can all be adding charm to your deck. Whether you are building a deck from scratch or giving your existing deck a facelift, there has never been an easier, more economical way to have the beautiful, long-lasting deck you've always wanted with concealed fasteners. Learn more online at craigtool.com or visit your local Craig dealer today.
Woodpecker's new shelf pin template covers all your bases, combining both inch and metric hole spacings for 1/4 inch or 5mm holes, and works with self-centering drill bits and rotor guide bushings. The Woodpecker shelf pin template is CNC machined from 3/8 thick phenolic material with 3/8 diameter holes that are compatible with most shelf pin drill guides and 3/8 rotor guide bushings. The shelf pin template is easy to use. It comes with 6 referencing pins, 3/4 inch and 3 5mm. One side is for inch-spaced holes with 3 setbacks, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and 2.5 inch. Flip it over and it's metric with 32mm spaced holes and 1 setback of 37mm. Let's drill some holes using the snappy shelf pin guide and our setback at 1.5 inches. The shelf pin template is symmetrical, so you rotate it to the back edge of your board and both sets of holes will line up perfectly. Now that was quick and easy, and the spacing of the holes looks great. Now let's use a 3/8 rotor guide bushing and plunge router with a 1/4 inch downcut spiral bit with a setback of 2 inches. For doing fine woodworking, this method will give you perfect holes. Like all Woodpecker brand tools, the shelf pin template is made right here in the USA.